Welcome back to the Pixar Place Hotel here at the Disneyland Resort, which has replaced Disney's Paradise Pier Resort. We are back for a couple days. You may remember for the grand opening we stayed in a standard king bed room, but tonight we are staying in a one-bedroom suite. And we're going to give you the tour, and there's some pretty big differences. I'll talk about, we actually did the media tour yesterday as well. So I've actually seen all the room types, at least in some way, shape, or form, and we'll talk about what's actually different, what you can book, what may be best for you, etc. So it's a one-bedroom suite, so we're also going to go around the corner. There's a lot more room that way, but for the sake of going in order, we are going to start with the bathroom. And I just started on that cute room occupied sign. Obviously, we've seen some semblance of this room before, so some of those little details are not going to be as exciting and shocking if you've watched the other room tour. So really, we're going to focus on what are the differences if you book a one-bedroom suite versus a standard room, at least standard king. And I'll talk about what some of the differences are from the standard room that does not have the king bed, that has the two. I guess they would be double beds. But we'll talk about it. So the bathroom that kicks off the one-bedroom suite is going to be eerily similar. Actually, I think it's identical. I don't think there's a single inch of this bathroom that's different from next door. That's the other thing. 1505, which we stayed in, is next door. This is 1503, the one-bedroom suite. It's literally next door. They share like an entry doorway outside, which you see at the beginning of the video. That the layout of this building's weird, where there's like I guess it's in case you booked. I don't know what they did when this hotel opened. It wasn't a Disney hotel, but we're adjacent. But so this at least the bathroom and this little entry are mirrored. Get mirrored, and we're looking in a mirror. So there's our nice big illuminated mirror. There's a illuminating makeup mirror there as well. You can see I'm doing great. Speech is going well. There is our sink and vanity. Somebody said in some of the media rooms, now we got invited to the media event, but we didn't get a room. We already had rooms booked, and so we talked about this in the other tour, but there is a Pixar Place Hotel branded shower cap. Somebody said that maybe there were these things with Pixar Place Hotel branding. We didn't get them this time. If that's the case, maybe they're running through what's left of the H2O stuff before they give every room those, but they gave it to the media maybe? I don't know. That's why we like to show you what the non-media experience is like too. So thankfully, like the combination of having the media list and doing this ourselves, you know, we learned a lot at the media event, but then also we can bring you the regular guest experience from our time not at the media event here at the hotel. Here's the shower. Again, will be the same. That opens from this side. I'm doing wonderful. There's our shower head, which is adjustable, also can be taken off the wall to be handheld. We have the mounted body wash, shampoo, and conditioner labeled for Pixar Place Hotel. The hexagon floor tiles, the wavy tiles up that way. And of course our very cute water conservation placard with Luca. The bathroom art is still, this is the key art they've done for the hotel. So it's apparently a thing. Luxo Jr. is a very specific pose on the ball made just for this hotel. It's gonna be on all the branding. And also a giant statue in the lobby, which you'll see in our eventual, might be up by the time you're watching this, I don't know yet, tour of the hotel, which is a separate video. There's the toilet, and as we've talked about, there is a closet here in the bathroom. I just put myself on the door by opening both simultaneously. Iron and ironing board, place to put your luggage, extra bedding, lots of hangers. And again, like the pixel motif, again, you know, there's a pixel motif going on throughout the room and throughout the hotel, for that matter. So that's the bathroom. There is a sliding door. They have these weird plasticky locks. I mean, it works perfectly fine. So you line that up and then you drop that in. There are the light controls, just like we had next door. The one thing I will say is I think the rooms are a little dark. I think by having, at least in the daytime, they're kind of dark. I mean, obviously I can open that window more for natural light, but this room could use an overhead light, I think. They chose not to do the overhead light. We'll talk about the light over there, but I think at night it'll be plenty of light. I think it could be a little dim. Now, I will tell you, like, I really like the standard room. There's something about this room, this living room, that doesn't sit well. It's not bad. It's just, I think it's this big blank. I don't know. It feels, there's too much of the blue, maybe. Like, the blue felt more like an accent in the other room, and it's a little overwhelming in this one, and the red sofa doesn't break it up, and I don't know. But it feels less pleasant than next door did. But nice long full body mirror. And the difference with the desk space here, well, let me show you this whole area here. I do like this unit. No chair here. Instead, it is a Pixar ottoman, stool, whatever you want to call it. You do get the Luxo lamp in here as well. I say that because there's actually one of the Pixel, we went and saw the Pixel suites yesterday. One of them doesn't have the lamp. I don't know if there was some weird thing. If you get it with so you can expand it to connect to a standard room, and the standard room that was connected to the Pixel suites, which are down by the pool, had the lamp. And so I'm wondering, like, was there a weird thing because Luxo Jr. is a character? You can't have more than one of him in a room. I realized this was after we talked to the Imagineers yesterday. I would have loved to ask that. I didn't get to. Because, again, it was after we spoke to them, and then that occurred to me. But nonetheless, you have the new interactive TVs. You can, cast to them. They have Disney On Demand stuff. They're neat. And also they play the background music loop of the hotel, which I've muted because it's going to otherwise demonetize the video because the music loop is on all streaming services. So some things have changed now that the hotel is officially flipped over. When we checked in, it was still Paradise Pier. So this portfolio now has more in it. So there's now a welcome and the story of the hotel, the list of perks and conveniences, experiences, etc., dining options, so on and so forth. If you want me to break down more of that stuff, there is an honest review we're going to do, which may be out by now as well. Who knows? And then, of course, you get your cute postcard with the room art. Great Maple has one in here, too, and so on. And then they made a special gift. Disney Vacation Club actually made a special gift in the form of a lithograph, which I'll try to get out of here with one hand. You can also stop downstairs. They have a kiosk downstairs where you get a gift, which happened to be the Disneyland Hotel DVC lithograph and some wood coasters. But this is a special gift for being at the Pixar Place Hotel, this beautiful little lithograph from Up. Isn't that great? That's so nice. Will that get you to buy a vacation club? I don't know. But nonetheless, it's a nice, thoughtful thing to give you. There is an Art of Pixar book in every room. It does say you can buy the book downstairs if you'd like. And if you take the book, they're going to charge you $100. Coasters exclusive to the hotel. You get those in the room. I suggest taking them home. They're cool. They make good gifts. Disney fans love that kind of stuff. Also, they went the extra mile. We got the pen and the pad. Again, at Walt Disney World, you don't get any of this stuff. We thoroughly eliminated all of these things, and all the other Disney resorts around the world still do them, except us. They have a branded condiment kit for the coffee, the Mickey coffee cups, and then Joffrey's French roast, decaf French roast, some teas. And then you're going to have mugs and wine glasses hanging out. Down here, they're not branded. Don't worry about it. This is an empty drawer right here. This should be our fridge. Yep, this unit should be pretty much the same as it was next door. The only difference was this guy. This should be the safe. Yep. And a drawer. And Lux, I'll show Luxo again in case you didn't watch the other room tour. He's great. I love him. He is bolted down, but he's very posable. And he's had many practical uses for me in the 2 days I had in the other room. Because it is a little dark in the room, I put the ironing board in this vicinity, and I aimed it so I could see the wrinkles in the shirt and stuff. I've worked at the desk and used him. Luxo's great. Luxo Jr. is great. So those things obviously similar to our last room. The rest of this room is sort of half living room, half bedroom, right? Because this is going to open up. But some similar furnishings from next door, an elongated version of the sofa with plenty of room for everyone staying in the room to have a seat. We have that same art from up here. So Tasha Sonart of Pixar, we met at the media event yesterday, created this piece, and it was how do you, with a still piece of art, give the illusion of motion, right? And so these are the Pixar characters all in motion running. And the fun thing she said is if you take each frame of each different character and put them in order, it would, if you put in like a flip book, it would be the characters in motion running. So sketch by sketch. But of course, we talked about before, we have Hector and Bo Peep and Remy, Mike and Sully, Kevin, Elastigirl, Mrs. Incredible, Helen Parr, whatever you want to call her, Joe Gardner, and Sadness. And then these very light, pair of tables, which it's nice. And they're different heights, and you could, if someone wants to sit over here and eat, they pull that there. I don't know if you'd want to do that when you have that, but the other rooms don't have the, kitchen table, essentially. Dining room table, I should say. There's no kitchen. The Pixel Suites have a kitchen. And of course we have the carpet, which has the lamps, this is taken from Embryville. This is a Pixar studio thing. They have this carpet, apparently. I did not know that. I've never been there. Then we have sort of this street lamp back here, which I think was a huge missed opportunity. On the walkway in the back, they have the Luxo Ball lamps, and I don't know what happened and why this isn't a Luxo Ball lamp. I'm very surprised. I'm glad. I think it was a realization that they could use a little more light in here, and that's why that ended up here. But this room's just too blue. I think it's too blue in here, and then the couch is blue and the curtains are blue. That's gotta be it. It's just too much blue in this particular side of the room. So yeah, we have a sofa. We have the Pixel chairs, which that's the chair that's with the desk in the other rooms. But here it is. Something you get in this room that's not in the standard is this lamp, which is fantastic. So this art is also out in the hallway. There are little, so everyone gets to enjoy this, but they've done all the, again, I imagine you could make a flip book and it would be Luxo Jr. bouncing around. But that's great. Yeah, it's outside, but it's also on the lamps in these rooms. And then this piece will be a little different in this room in that it will be, this time around, it's Up, Soul, Bing Bong from Inside Out, Sadness, Monsters, Inc., The Door, Luca, Finding Nemo, and Wall-E, but it's Eve, not Wall-E. So here's our table, and I don't know what else. I guess let's talk about outlets. I know I'm skipping over outlets because we've talked about them in the other room. But yeah, 2 standard outlets, a standard USB and a USB-C hanging out back here. Just one more back there, which is one standard outlet for the coffee maker. Then over by what will eventually be a bed, now a sofa, we again have those 2 outlets, the one that says it's controlled. And there's another one of those down here. A little less USB in this than the standard room, at least on this side. It's worth noting. What else is there to talk about in here? I don't think there's much else. Yeah, I think it's too blue. I just think it's too blue. We don't have park view. We're out this side with the pool. But I'll tell you, this pool, like, they really improved the look of it, so it's pleasant to look at. And then a view way out into the city of Anaheim and as well of the Disneyland Hotel. We're on the 15th floor. So we got a nice high room. Yeah, I guess we'll cross over then. Let's cross over in here. So this room is going to be a little bit more like the other standard rooms. Obviously, we had a king standard room, so that's different. This is a little more of what is the most common style of room here, but there will be some differences too. I'll talk through them. So we have two, I assume, double beds. Here, again, the bed frame's lifted off the ground so you can put stuff underneath. The carpet covers the entire space under the two beds. And here is the art, which there are a couple different versions of this. I saw in the Pixel Suite, it added, I think, Joy from Inside Out, and I forget what the other one was, but there is a different version of, at least one more different version of this mural over the beds. We got another pen and pad. We have the note that they're still constructing, so you may hear noise between certain hours. There is this alarm clock, which has the wireless charging for Apple devices and such on top. Also a USB and a USB-C on the front of that. And then up here you have 4 standard outlets, 2 USB-C and 2 standard USB, and as well your lighting controls here as well. Also on the headboard you have a reading light. There's 4 of those. We have the Luxo Ball long pillow. So what's happening here that's kind of interesting is that there's a closet out here because this bathroom's actually going to be different. So this smaller closet, I did the same thing again where I almost broke my fingers. So this is a light. That's a light? Why is it not on? That is a light, or am I crazy? I mean, I know I'm insane, but that looks like a light, a strip of light to me. It may just not be working. Let me play with some switches here. That's that. I don't know why the closet, I think the closet should probably just go on. That's the headboard. Yeah. I mean, it's the first week, you know. Stuff will happen. But yeah, it looks like this will... That being said, this is not where I think it's particularly dark, but maybe at night it'll be pretty dark over here and you'll want to see in here. That being said, it's not a deep closet. Like, I opened it and, like, here we are. Like, I'm up against the clothes, so I don't know if I really need that, but extra pillow and blanket in here as well. Also surprised, like, I know that maybe they didn't want to overdo the ball thing, but it's circular, right? Shouldn't that have been the ball too? I don't know. It's weird to have circular things in the hotel that aren't the ball when so many things in the hotel are the ball. I don't know. So another weird thing, that this bed frame has more if you need even more USB outlets or standard outlets, they're here. Another 2 standard, a USB-C and a USB on the side of that bed too. So why I think that's weird is I saw the standard room with the 2 beds and they have it. Yeah, there is another one hiding down here too. So they have the 2 double beds. Then here is the couch that opens. So you can really pack them in a standard, that regular standard room. But then on these ends, not only were there outlets, there were little end tables that hung off the wall, which you've seen, right? You've seen them at the All-Stars and Pop and those, and the free float. We've talked about the like floating end table, and they're great. I don't understand why they're not here. There's definitely room for them. Did they not finish? Is it just someone decided not to have them? I wonder if there's some reason they didn't happen. Or with building code, they're not. Can't imagine that not allowed there. But it's weird they're not there because there's outlets there. Your stuff would just be hanging off. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to have more outlets. But so this is a variation because you don't get the desk. So it's a thinner unit with storage underneath. Good sized drawers. You get 4 of those. Plenty of storage space up here too. You can put the luggage there and still not block the TV, which is great. It's a little dark over here because I think these are motion based, so they just turn off. The bathroom turns off after a little bit because I came in and turned these on before the room tour started. This is where someone goes, well, Tom, your room tours are so long. That's why it shut off. Yeah, but that's why we have the best in-depth room tours on all of YouTube, man. Because if you're going to spend several days in these, don't you want to know everything about them? That's the way I look at it. These rooms are expensive. Disney hotel rooms are super expensive. You want to know all the ins and outs of the room before you decide, is it going to be comfortable for you for a little bit? The bedding, of course, love they did custom bedding with again, there's the ball again in the bedding. I will tell you, at least the King one, they're going to be the same manufacturer. Bed was super comfortable, and so were the pillows. One of, I would say, top 5 Disney hotel beds I've ever slept in. 0 complaints about that. So yeah, sliding door on this bathroom too. And you're going to see the layout's going to be funky, at least compared to the other one. It's certainly not bad. What's great here though is you get look at the length of this mirror. Look at that. And the double vanity. That means there are 3 sinks in this room. 2 people could be getting ready at the same time in here. You really put a lot of people in here. So it's nice to not only have 2 bathrooms with 2 showers, but to also have a double vanity and the single on the other side. I think that's great. The point of getting the 1 bedroom is you're going to pack some people in here, right? You have the illuminated makeup mirror, showers. It's way bigger. There's a lot of room in here. Mom and Dad, if you want to save time and shower together, there's lots of room. Lots of room in here. Luke, I love the Luca thing. It's great. There's plenty of room under there. I forget if it was Grandestino Tower where they put these they were so far from the shower door, they're on the other side. It just made no sense. You have the towel racks right here. So competently done. There, instead of a closet, there's this unit with the cubbies and then a sealed storage space down here behind some doors. There they go. And the toilet and toilet art. Luxo Jr. I'm being a little more negative today. I think it's weird that art repeats in the same room. I think that's really odd. So they went out of their way to make sure. So here are the missing other art pieces. They're in their own piece here, right? So Coco, Toy Story, and Turning Red are here. They're not in the other piece, but they were in our room previous. So they made sure that art doesn't repeat. Obviously, the mural doesn't repeat. The long horizontal running art piece doesn't repeat either. But I think it's so strange that they put the Luxo bouncing art in both bathrooms. I just don't know what energy it would have required to make one more piece of art. This is the designated bathroom art. And look, I'd rather have it than not have it. I don't think the answer is to take it out of one, but yeah, just weird. I don't know. I'm sure there's another Disney hotel room where that exists, where a piece of art appears twice in the same room, right? And this is not a lock-off, right? This cannot become a separate room that two different families cannot occupy this space without booking together. This is not a lock-off. This door does lock, but you can't, there's no entry here, right? So this will always be a 1-bedroom suite. And so in that case, it makes a little less sense as to why art repeats. But I will say, like, again, I have no problem with this room. I don't know why, this feels more pleasant in here. But it's just a little too blue in here. I don't know. But I will say, if you need more space, if you actually want to have space for people to sit and eat or do something, this is a viable option. I will tell you, those Pixel suites are amazing. They're going to be more money, but they have a tub and there's a lot more going on in them. There's the kitchen. You may want to look at those. I'm sure there are people that this particular room type will fit their needs, but I would make sure you take a look at the full list of rooms available at this hotel, because I think if you're in the market for a suite, there are several slightly different options, and the Pixel suites that go out to the pool are pretty cool. You may just want to spend a little more and do those, honestly. Yeah. So there you go. This is a 1-bedroom suite at the Pixar Place Hotel, the Disneyland Resort. A quick little add-on at the end here. I forgot to open the couch. It'll be the same one that we had in the other room and in most Disney rooms, for that matter. It's the American leather. Let's see if I can open this with one hand. I don't need to move. Where's the handle? There it is. This one has a sheet on it. You get a suite and they put the sheet on it. But yeah, they're comfortable enough. Probably better for children than any other guest type. But yeah, there you go.